Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last match of ETF2L Season 27 Week 6. It's Unexpected versus Se7en. Unexpected, they're trying to get into the playoffs, and Se7en is a monstrous opposition, and Se7en, they're trying to protect their perfect season. I am Peter, we have degu on production, and because we just didn't have enough medic mains in the Mumble, we invited Ombrack in here as well. So how are you doing, Ombrack? Are you ready?
Hey, I'm doing real well. I'm ready to watch this game. Hopefully the results will be unexpected.
Yeah, indeed. It would be quite unexpected, wouldn't it, if we see Se7en do anything but the steamroll unexpected. That'd be quite the thing. Do you think there's even a slight remote chance that that'll happen?
I don't know if you remember, but last season Se7en was playing low pounder on Granary, and it was actually a really close game because of Muki Sentry. So maybe Adiski and his teammates have some clever traps up on their sleeves, and they can surprise the Se7en crew. It's unlikely, but you never know what's going to happen until it happens.
Yeah, it's a good point. Let's get some reports up while we talk about this stuff. So let's start out with the unexpected team sheet. So this is a team that Adiski does the main calling, I believe, and he is kind of known for doing a bunch of pretty thought out and elaborate strats. So maybe we will see those. But otherwise, we have Sorix on scout. Obviously, a beast scout has kind of been a little bit disappointing this season, I think. And then his scout partner will be Kredu, first timer in Prem. Been doing alright, I'd say, but still not the most impactful scout. And then we have Samsky on Roamer. He's Samsky. And then Polygon has been alright. I'd say he's hit some fat air shots, but that only counts for so much. And then finally we have Adiski on Demoan and Baps on Medic. Baps has gotten quite a lot of kills, actually, I've noticed, but that's not that important on Medic, to be fair.
Well, she outragged me on the game versus Nodray, so
exactly.
That's a big point.
Yeah.
One thing to be noticed is I think Samsky isn't playing tonight, and Lucas is playing in his stead, because Lucas played a warm-up game instead of Samsky, so I don't know if Samsky was just missing for warm-up or if he isn't going to show up at all tonight.
Alright. And do you want to go through the Se7en roster?
So the very infamous Se7en roster with all-star demoman Cadus, with Raymond on Medic, who weirdly doesn't have the best kill and assist death ratio out of Prem. That's weird. Then we have Captain on Pocket, Drac on Roamer, the drop-down watcher, and Talash and Starkey on Scouts. So pretty strong lineup overall. I think for these guys the objective isn't really this game, but I think they have the I-61 in their minds at the moment, so I think they're just gonna use this game tonight as preparation, maybe some experiments, I don't know. So we will see what's gonna happen, but yeah, overall really strong looking lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at some head-to-head reports here. As it's hard to think of anyone on Se7en that might not be the best on their class. So let's start out with the Cadus versus Adiski. Adiski is a pretty decent demo overall, I'd say. Probably a bit underrated, but Unexpected is a pretty young team, and you can kind of see he receives quite a lot of heals compared to Cadus, and he doesn't quite have the damage to put it up there, but I don't know. These actually seem like pretty decent stats considering that his team is number 5. I don't know if there's anything that pops out to you.
I'm pretty surprised that he's only 8th on ratio. Like, is it only demo? If it's only Demoman, then that means it's the last demo of Prem about ratios. That surprised me a bit. But if not, yeah, like these are the stats you expect to see between the first team, like Unvanquished team, and then Adiski's team, that are faring pretty good, but I think their form is pretty much what they expected to be, and yeah, the stats show that.
Yeah, are you ready to go into what I think is going to be like the most lopsided stats of all them all?
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. It's going to be Captain versus Polygon. What do you see?
I see big numbers on one side and not so big numbers on Polygon side besides Death compared to Captain, but again it's pretty much like for Adiski's compared to Cadus. It's a way less good, but it's not that bad either. So yeah, again, that just reflects how their season went. Some ups and downs, but pretty solid overall.
Yeah, the one thing that actually surprised me a little bit is that the captain seems to die quite a bit. So he must have been playing like a little bit more loose than he normally does. I think he tends to stay alive quite a bit, but I guess he's been a little bit more active, jumping in, buying space for his team. You know, maybe it's because they played Viaduct or Product in one of the weeks.
Yeah, probably. And again, if you have learning minds, maybe they got some lessons out of Rewind, where Benny's team like outplayed them by being maybe a tad more aggressive. So maybe they're trying some stuff to see if maybe going some aggro sometime may work. So maybe that's why Captain has more depth compared to other seasons.
Yeah, pretty good point. Let's move on to the scout that I'm always really excited about, and that's Sorex. And we have been paired up here with Stark, arguably the best scout in Prem. I think most people would agree with that statement. He's actually not number one in any stats, but still, he's very respectable. I'm actually very surprised to see him be fifth in damage per minute. I guess it's just like Funds and Tiger that are just like stealing the show or something.
Yeah, Tiger has to be up there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like he's third in KAD ratio. That's pretty good for a roaming scout. Stark. He tends to go behind lines and cause a bunch of ruckus and just split up enemy teams and then be a distraction for the rest of his team to actually walk in. So, you know, the fact that he's third, that should tell you something about how good his team is.
Yeah, and talking about damage per minute and ratio, I'm actually a bit surprised to see Sorex that low. Like, from an outsider perspective, Sorex is like the star player of Unexpected, so maybe you expect him to be a bit higher in ratios and damage per minute. So I'm a bit disappointed about his performances throughout this season, but maybe tonight he can show off during tough games and show us what he's made of.
Yeah, I have to agree. I've been pretty disappointed with Sorex. He seems to be, I don't know, lost without Lego or something. It's been kind of odd. But let's move on to the roamers. And on roamer, of course, we have Samsky and Drac. And Samsky is playing tonight, I believe. And let's see, Drac is also doing pretty damn well. I think this is roamers, not just all soldiers. Yeah, that would make sense. I think John has made like a separate roamer class in these stats. So yeah, that would be the KD ratio. He's second on all roamers, where he almost has like a 1 KD. It's kind of interesting, actually. Probably the best roamer, and doesn't still not have a 1 KD. I wonder what the one roamer that has a 1 KD is.
Maybe DD, I don't know. Or maybe low plunder roamer, I forgot. Oh, Mookie. You don't know. With the NG and heavy strats, maybe he pulled off a positive ratio, but. So Samsky's stats are probably a bit irrelevant tonight because he's not playing, but you just gotta admit that Drac is amazingly good at doing what he's doing. He's arguably the best roamer in the game in Europe and probably in the world.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. Moving on to the other scout here, and these are kind of the two unsung heroes of their teams, right? Like neither of these scouts get all that much credit compared to their scout partner, and I actually think Credo have been pretty damn effective this season. Like he hasn't been a superstar or anything, but you can see they have the same amount of deaths per map as Flash does, and he's actually pretty close in the KD ratio, and the damage per minute is also pretty similar. And he actually receives less heal, so it seems like they don't actually quite have the same pocket scout mentality as Se7en does. So actually, overall, I'd say Credo lines up pretty impressively well here.
Yeah, the fact that he is pocket scout and have as much as death as many deaths as Talash actually says something about him. It's his first season in Prime, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he's playing it very well. I'm quite a bit surprised by how well he's performing this season, and I think he's one of the reasons Unexpected still have a shot to playoffs.
Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. Also, it's his first season in Prem. Do you think he's like a contender for Prem debut of the season? Like who else is in there?
Well, I think he is because most of the beginners in Prem this season are in unexpected roster. There's Babs, Samsky, Polygon, Credu, so like 4 out of 6 players. And this season in Prem has seen a lot of people coming back to Prem. The only other player I can think of right now is Yippee from Lego. And I don't see anyone who hasn't played in Prem yet, and Bastry from Nerd Rage. So from all of these people, I think Credu has quite a head start to be best Prem debut, but that's up to viewers to decide.
Yeah, you should probably wait for all the games to have actually been played before making that decision as well, just to show you what the situation in the league is. We see Se7en, they're going to be protecting their perfect 10-0 record in maps. That's going to be, mean that they won 5 matches so far, 30 points, perfect score so far, and unexpected. They can still reach Lego, so if they manage to like just 6-0 7 tonight, then they're basically in playoffs, right? But
yeah, that's gonna happen. I believe. I have faith.
Yeah, it's more likely that they beat Antic next week and Lego lose to Arctic Foxes. That's also a way that Unexpected can make it into the playoffs. So that is a possibility. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way. But yeah, that's not really the most relevant tonight, probably.
Well, what's interesting is that even if Unexpected lose tonight, their run for playoffs isn't over yet. So that's really cool, because usually at the end of the season there are some teams who haven't anything left to play. Like next week, Se7en isn't gonna have anything left to play besides a clean record and all. So it's cool that Unexpected still have a reason to fight for, you know, and have a reason to pull out a decent game.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the maps here tonight. We have Granary and we have Snakewater. These are two pretty, like, I want to say they're pretty similar maps. They play pretty similarly. They have these pretty, I don't know, overall flat open areas, but the one map is really good for scouts, and the other one you can kind of lock down, and soldiers can kind of feast on it a lot more. So so what are your thoughts on Granary? Like, is that going to be? You mentioned it earlier. Do you think it's going to cause Se7en some problems?
I think it all depends on what Unexpected will bring to the table. If they have, I know Adiski loves to make some strats. He has a clever mind about the game, and I think it depends on what they're gonna propose. You know, I think if they go head on, like basic playstyle, go mids, try to go for meta and all, I don't think this is gonna work, because Se7en is obviously the better team at this. But if they can come up with clever solutions, if Babs survives mid while Raymond dies, and they can play out of advantages, maybe they can, because we know Se7en are the king of slow game. In Europe, no one can beat them at this. So, and Granary is known to be a real slow map. So if the game goes as planned, I don't think Unexpected stands a chance. But yeah, again, if they have some weird trick up their sleeves, I wouldn't be surprised if a surprise happens.
Yeah, I could definitely see them get a couple of rounds, and I think one of the key things to do as the underdog team on Granary is just go all in on mid, because these mids are incredibly volatile. I mention it every single time, and it just holds true. Like, if you just get lucky, or you hit a bunch of really good shots, and you just have a really well coordinated mid, you can just steal some rounds by just demolishing everyone and then just rolling that advantage all the way back to last, and then cap it out. And there will be no vaccinator this season to hold you back on that push. So I think step number 1 is just go all in on mid, try to win those, and then take it from there. But then otherwise, you know, you can do the regular thing of slowing it down and try to play pick classes. However, that kind of plays into Se7en's strength, and we've seen Se7en play a lot of the time where they will just like slow down the game, and then they'll somehow just manage to get like stuck behind or bomb in Drac perfectly, and he even gets out without dying. So it's a very rough game, and it's a tough sell. But you know, you have to have a plan and do your best.
And one thing worth noting, I think, is that Adiski likes to play with Quickie Bomb Launcher and Kritz, and Stickies can lock up areas on Granary, but with Quickie you can remove them, and maybe that's part of their plan. Maybe they want to play with Quickie, try to unlock ramp room and push on 7 side. So I think it's important to keep an eye on Adiski's loadout and see what he brings to the game.
Yeah, we've also seen, I think, Low Panda and also Lego to some degree run a lot of banners this season. This is a pretty choky map, and you're still allowed to use the Cow Mangler, so if you just slow down the game, hold a bunch of chokes, and then just spam them out with the Cow Mangler and build those banners, you can get kind of like almost a second mini Uber, or like just pressure them out using just the banner, or use it to run in, or just use it as a second Uber. So that's also something you have to keep in mind. So I'm probably going to spend a bunch of time just floating around in third person, keeping an eye on people's back and see what kind of banners they might have equipped. But yeah, it's definitely a soldier dominated map a lot of the time. Like you can definitely shut down scouts on this map, and I'd say Se7en have the best soldiers by a country mile. So that's just another thing that seems to stack the odds against unexpected.
And about Snakewater, we said about Unexpected that they have good good scouts like Kredu and Sorex.
Yeah.
And that can make a difference on Snakewater, like deny aggressions on mids from Drac and Captain, and I think Sorex and Kredu are going to have a huge impact on Snakewater, way more than on Granary, because on Granary is on a scout-friendly map, and it looks like Unexpected strengths rely on their scouts. So it's cool because both maps can be unexpected in some way, and I'm thrilled to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to see them do the classic, oh no, a demo man died on rollout strat, and then you all hide and drop down, right? And then you have like a heavy on second to block it, and then you all back cap. That'll work every time against Se7en. So hopefully we get to see that.
Surprises, surprises.
Yeah, I think I'm dreaming right now, but yeah. It was actually really cool to see in pregame. They had the bunny hop plugin on. It's the best plugin in the entire game. So much fun to just jump around with that. Completely unrelated to anything we've been talking about, but I just thought I'd mention it. It's really cool. Alright, so do you want to kind of bless us with some mild predictions, or even extremely elaborate predictions, maybe?
Elaborate predictions. Ooh, that's tricky, because as much as I want to see a close game, I don't really see it happening. But you know what? Let's keep some faith, and I'll say Granary is the first map, or is it Snakewater?
I think Granary is supposed to be the first map.
Or is it? I think Snakewater is the first map. I don't. Okay, so. Oh, it depends so much on what's going to happen on first map, because from playing Se7en, on the first map you're like, okay, maybe you can do something, and if you get fooled, you're like, okay, we can't do it. But if you actually manage to get some rounds off, you're like, okay, actually, why not? So, if the first map is... yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say 3-2 on Granary, and 3-0 on Snakewater, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's see, I'm gonna totally cheat and give way different predictions. So I think Raymond's gonna drop 3 times during this match, and they're still gonna win 5-0 in like no time. So somehow he's gonna drop 3 times, and Se7en will still win 5-0. That's a pretty elaborate prediction, right? Like there's no way I'll ever get that one right. And then I think Babs is gonna get at least 2 arrow kills. And one of them's going to be like a really cool air shot. And then obviously, like, who do you think is going to have the best air shot off the map? Like, who's that going to be?
Ooh, Polygon is going to have a cool air shot, I think. Every time we flew versus him, he air shotted me in a pretty cool fashion, so I expect him to perform the same way. Otherwise, I'm just going to feel like I'm a bad medic. So I want to see a huge air shot on Raymond.
Yeah, that would be great. So far, I've been watching all the matches so far this season, And Polygon, he's hit a lot of really nice air shots, but he hasn't air shotted a medic yet, I don't think. So it's about time he does that, adds one to the collection, you know. But I think I'm going to go against you and say that obviously Captain's going to get that big fat air shot. You know, he already hit the biggest one on Domo this season, so I think he's just going to do that kind of stuff again. He is just an air shotting machine. So that's definitely going to be my prediction. How many times do you think Cadus is going to die?
How many times he's going to die?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because it actually depends a lot on the flow of the game. I know he doesn't like to die, and he plays very carefully. And Granary is a slow map, so... Yeah. I'll go 13 times in Snakewater and 5 times in Granary.
13 times? Wow. Yeah. I think he's going to die like... at most 7, and I'll even be brave and say he's going to die like 6 times on Snakewater. And then I'll just correct my predictions for Granary depending on what's going on. But, yeah, it looks like people are slowly filtering into the server, just DMing each other, getting ready for this epic match that has very little to say in terms of relevance. We're getting there. We have everyone on the server, and we have also Lucas in here, so he has shown up. That's a good thing. Do you actually know why Samsky's not in here?
I actually have no idea, but this week they played a lot with Lucas, either as a replacement to Sorex or Credo. I think it's the first time he's replacing Samsky, so maybe unexpected have issues with their availabilities, I don't know.
Yeah, alright. Well, it sounds like he probably alerted them in time, and Samsky, I think he seems like a player who is pretty good at letting a team know when he's not able to show up in due time. Yeah, come on, let's start this. We're ready. When was the last time a Prem game started on time? We're already like 20 minutes late right now. Oh, and as I say that, there's a pause. So it's the first thing we did.
Okay, I think Node-RED versus Flopan started on time, and it surprised people off.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but normal. I like it.
Yeah, but yeah, interesting. We already have a pause. We have a pause before the game even started. That's always a good thing, right? Oh, not a pause. The changing server, obviously. Like, there's always at least 2 people that can't deal with a certain server, obviously.
Yeah, routing issues. We know you.
Yeah, is it Mr. Epic that can't connect to French servers or something? And there's a lot of people. I used to get like 120 ping to some French servers. It was so weird. It was like I got higher ping to France than I got to New York. Yeah, and it just randomly happened. I didn't actually see anyone with high ping in the server, so I kind of wonder what the issue is. But yeah, I guess time will tell. And obviously, there's going to be one person complaining about poor performance due to ping.
There's always that guy.
Yeah. What's your favorite excuse?
My favorite excuse is we can't play there. Nantak is eating chicken. We have to switch server.
Oh yeah.
We use that a lot.
I mean, it's definitely gonna catch people off guard. It's like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, no one expects the chicken eating thing.
Oh man. All right. I love how all the Faggot Brigade servers, they always start on Turbine. It's like as if we still play this map.
Yeah, me is playing this map.
And it's like not even Turbine Pro. It's just the old Turbine. So that's a map I don't miss. But yeah.
So hopefully we can start soon if all players are not complaining.
Yeah. Alright. So speaking of maps, actually, what do you think of the map pool this season? Are you happy with it, or are there some maps you'd want to get rid of? Or
I still have my issues with Granary, but it looks like people are okay with it, and I don't like Badlands, but that's more of a personal issues. So before I-61, I think that's fine to keep a regular map pool and not trying things like weird stuff. before you need consistency before lands. So I would be okay with some changes for next season, but for this one, that's fine.
Yeah, right. I'm really sick of Reckoner. That's the one I have beef with. It just slows down so hard on last and so difficult to push, and it's so easy to count to kite Ubers, and then you can't push out.
Yeah, I remember the game between Unexpected and Nunya, where Unexpected just sat on Nunya's second on Reckoner and just waited for them to push out. And they did it for like 7 minutes and nothing happened. That was a bit boring, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it basically happens in every single match. It's only like if Neo just randomly decides to snipe the medic or something that you actually get out of it. But it looks like we are actually going live, ladies and gentlemen. So Se7en versus Unexpected here, week 6, the final match of this week. And it's going to take a gargantuan job here from Unexpected to actually make this, but both demos are just going to spam each other out here to begin with. Neither of them hit each other. Usually it's just a matter of waiting for these soldiers to get aggressive to see, and it looks like Drack's going to jump in very high. Captain will follow. Drack actually bumps the medic, but he gets taken down very quickly, and so far Unexpected, they're just crushing, they're just moving forward. Cadence is so weak, but he will just barely make it out alive. The last, however, caught in, and that was a great mid from Unexpected.
What a nice drop from Unexpected scouts. I don't know if they were expecting this mid, but they just sat back waiting for Drack and Captain to go aggro and just greeted them with some mid shots. And Aliski was there just getting control of the mid, and that was really, really nice to see and quite unexpected. Like, we can actually have a close game, and that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, the opposite of what we'd initially expect. However, Raymond is up. He got out of there with an Uber, and so it's Cadis. I thought Stark was going to go spy, but he was just checking, so they're probably aware that Lucas has gone sniper. But we'll see. You know, I did predict Raymond to drop 3 times, so first one incoming, right?
Yeah, one of the things that is good about Lucas playing instead of Samsky is that I think he's a better sniper, and Unexpected need the scout, so Lucas adds some flexibility to the lineup, to the roster, and I think that's quite cool for them. But like, easier match for Starkey, we get. I guess we'll just have to see, but that's cool. And I see that Talash is trying to pull out the city frag, but Aliski sees it and demolish the plants.
Yeah, I don't think anyone but Crayon can fall for that one. But Lucas, he's just gonna rotate around. Actually, it's a nice body shot onto Drac. However, 2 people go down. The Drac is no longer on 1 HP. So Se7en, they just immediately capitalize on the tiniest mistake, get 2 picks, and now they're moving out.
Yeah, they still have a central on last, so they're quite cautious. They're trying to make room for Stark. He had a shot on Babs but missed, so I think it's going to be a reset, and Se7en is going to go back to last.
Yeah, Stark is trying to go for the hero snipe, but can't quite find the opening. He had a few looks onto the enemy medic Babs, but in the end he didn't hit it, and he actually ended up taking a headshot to that from Lucas. Luckily for him, he was fully buffed, and he will be able to scuttle out alive. And the Telefrag teleporter has been deployed near the door, and Sword will just run in there. He got bored, I guess, and died. So
here, it's interesting. We can see Cages holding right side with the Sickies. That's, I think, because of the sniper. He feels like he's not useful close to his medic, so he has to take his right side to avoid a cheeky shot from Lucas. That's smart. And now that Edis is dead, Cadis is trying to push out.
Yeah, Polygon actually got caught in. Just a really great aggression. They're coming up from the soldiers, and Cadis will eventually get the kill. And Drac bounces the scout into the sky, but can't quite finish the kill. And Sorx will also run off. And Se7en has once again failed to completely capitalize on these 2 picks, but you know, I like that they're actually being active. They're moving out, and they're trying their best, but at the same time they're not taking very big risks. So I think that's a pretty good way to play these kind of blasts. So if you're wondering how you can actually like punish a team for sending in suiciders, this is a pretty good way to do it. So, you know, for anyone out there that's looking to kind of do some demo reviews maybe and try to find things out, but never mind that. Cadis actually goes down. And they got Captain as well. That's 2 really big picks. And Drac's about to go down as well. How did this happen? They just moved in on the left side, and now here comes the Uber out. And the counter Uber will come out as well, but just 3 up. There's still 4 seconds until spawners come out. And Scout even in spawn caught in. And what a great push.
Wow, that was so well played from Unexpected. They just took their side, left side from Se7en, they got the early frags, and then they were so cautious, relying on Lucas to get some cheap damage from a distance, and then they just focused cap. That was really, really well played. I think Kdu's got to be maybe cheeky, going to be aggro on the right side, but he kind of had to because of the aggression, but really well played from Unexpected.
Yeah, indeed. And we are left with a 1-0 lead for Unexpected. Unexpected indeed. Let's see if Drac will jump in aggressively. He will. He's just going to jump straight onto the head of the demo man. Somehow doesn't kill Adiski and Aaron. He is fine. But Se7en as a team is actually doing better. They have one superior pick, and Scout has run behind. That's stock. That's kind of what he does. And I think that's just going to pull everyone back and cause Se7en to get a greater positional advantage here in mid. And it's going to eventually win in that. But however, there's still a Scout in on the flank, and the Adiski goes in very aggressively, eventually goes down. And the Scout flank never really materialized there. Sorik's kind of looking to go in on the flank, but he never quite made it in there. So that's going to be a middle for Se7en.
Yeah, and it didn't start really well, I think, because Kalash wasn't really going with Cages. Cages are on points, and I felt like they were about to lose the mid, but somehow I think GM was on the Se7en side.
Yeah, Stark just runs in and double the 2 shots in.
Lucas
actually kills Raymond. Oh my god, I got my prediction. That's one of them at least. Great job jumping in there by Lucas, and now Babs actually pop a Uber, and it's actually still a 3-on-3 situation, so this is kind of sketchy because there's a lot of people behind lines, and there's 3 combat classes against 2, and there's even a back cap that's being pressured.
Well, all of Se7en is behind an Unexpected team somehow, like Talash and Sarky were behind. They tried to pressure cap at the same time, but Babs and Adiski just waited really well for the aggression to come and just didn't, like, you know, run away from each other. That was really well played. Like, good cohesion from the Unexpected.
Yeah, so he's going to take down Captain, and there's going to be a mid-cap right now. Stock is on Spy, and he is outside of spawn, so he's not just checking things, and I think he's getting ready to do the stand in a corner strat and hope I don't get bumped into the strat as a Spy. And hopefully it'll work out for him, but we will see. He has spotted the medic, and I think he's getting ready to walk in here. However, there's a lot of players looking around, and 2 scouts in particular, just having eyes on him. And no, it's going to be very difficult for him to actually connect up to the medic. Nope. You think he's going to get it?
That's insane.
Oh my
he got him!
God,
That was insane!
Got him.
That looked a bit like a front stab, to be honest, but
yeah, anyway, that's pretty good that he got him. Unexpected wasn't quite aware of what's going to happen, and I think that's on there. They should expect Stark to go spy, because Starky loves to play sniper and spy, and so you have to expect him to do that even more when you have a big Uber ad. So yeah, I think they're getting punished. I think that's their first mistake of the game.
Yeah, that's gonna make it 1-1 in terms of medic drops. Se7en, they're gonna move out very aggressively. Polygon actually jumps in very aggressively onto the medic. Raymond, he's so weak. He's on 21 HP, barely makes it out alive.
How does he escape so alive? This guy has the best tricks in the... What? That was insane. 2 soldiers were jumping him, and he managed to escape in there.
Yeah, he's slippery like an eel. Just manages to slither out of a dangerous situation. And Se7en, they're gonna move in onto mid, and I think they're gonna get it basically for free. There's no soldiers to actually jump to medic and force out the Uber. Raymond, of course, didn't pop that one and made it out alive. So Babs will have her Uber to actually protect the second here, but it should be interesting to see if they're going to send in drag or if they're just going to like push a flank or whatever you do. Like, how do you like to play this as the team holding middle?
I think it's really hard to push Snakewater second without any kind of advantage, like 6 versus 6, Uber versus Uber. I think it's really hard to go. You have to bait people into you and getting frags. So apparently Kate is to go with the captain on just milking the Uber and try to baiting people, but it doesn't quite work because Adiskis and Babs are playing really cautiously. They're playing far back. You can see them on the point right now, and I think it's interesting to see how Se7en is gonna break the stalemate, because it's the first big stalemate we can see in this game.
Yeah, Lucas actually jumps in trying to help out Polygon, and he almost gets taken down, but he does survive it. So right now it's just a ton of pressure coming in here, and it's actually slightly better spam angle for Polygon ever since they moved that route. But here comes Drac, trying to capitalize on it, but gets taken down. That was actually Captain, my bad, the other soldier, and yeah, everyone else was just completely out from Se7en. So that was just a bit of pressure. And then once people weren't aware of it, that they sent in a suicide and then a counter sack coming out from Lucas. So
yeah, it's really hard to get a counter sack on this one. It's even more versus Se7en, they're gonna expect you to come. It's interesting to see that they try to sack Captain instead of Drac on Se7en side, because Captain has all the heals, like he was buffed and not Drac, so he was a roamer for a second. So it's interesting to see that the adaptation Se7en can make throughout the game.
yeah, I think the best way to do a sack on this one is to put a bunch of pressure onto the right side and then you jump out your roamer through the window. But no, I guess they couldn't go through the window, so Captain just went in through the front.
So Starkey died. I expect him to play enough class, while Lucas is playing sniper on the deck above points, so it's gonna be a duel between the two snipers.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard move right here. I'm sure it's not gonna surprise anyone, but we have Lucas versus Stark. I don't think that we've had any decisive kill against the two. I think Lucas hit a headshot onto Stark, but he didn't actually die. But they are kind of looking at each other. Lucas getting ready. Oh. Now Lucas knows. I don't know if Stark knows.
I think he saw him, but it's gonna come down to reflexes. He who shots the first.
There we go. Ooh, Stark actually loses it, but he only gets body shot, so he doesn't die.
And we can see that Drac is just holding on top of So, just waiting for a potential Rommel to put aggression on Starkey and just get an easy frag. So, like, they're adapting their playstyle to the players they have, the classes they have. That's really smart. So, is it only going to be... I think they're only going to wait for Stark to get a frag. If it happens, then they're going to try to push out of this. But if Stark dies, it's just going to be a reset. So, like, Se7en hasn't anything to lose. If Stark dies, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, it's actually really tempting for as the red medic right now to stand really close to the wall. And that means that you're usually open to a soldier jumping in and forcing you very easily. So... you know, so far Babs is not falling for that one. He's actually staying behind the train with the logs on it. And Lucas will lose the sniper duel to Stark, so that's going to leave a lot of space right now. And it looks like Se7en are actually moving in on grass side and trying to buy some room for the sniper. And oh, here comes the soldier in. He gets completely body blocked, but actually the force will come out. Babs was on 60 HP, and look at that. Drac doesn't even die. That's amazing play by him.
That was very, very smart. Some player, Captain I think was on grass, like drawing a bit of the attention, and unexpected 1v5, so they had to look at him, and Drac took an edge out of this, and like only one frag of Starkey on sniper, and you can see Se7en pushing out a last with the ads.
It's gonna be, if we lower, they're gonna go in here, putting a bunch of time onto it. They get the medic. That's not really the important pick, however. There's still a heavy that they haven't dealt with, and a bunch of spawners now come out, and they actually do quite a lot of damage, even taking down Captain here. And this push has initially failed, however, there's still a small chance that Se7en can come back in. There's a scout behind that's the last, but no, he runs into a heavy and a demo, so a bit of a beef there. Se7en going a bit too early. Could they have played that better?
Of course they could. I'm going for Babs right away after Jibber. What's kind of a mistake, I think, because you don't want to kill the med right now. I mean, she doesn't have Jibber, she's kind of useless. I mean, she can heals, but she's not gonna get frags and all. So you have to go for frags. Cadus died right at the start of the Jibber as well, so I don't know if there's some kind of miscommunication on Se7en's end, but that was really bad play, and I don't think Cadus is happy with it.
So we have another sniper duel. Let's see. Oh, Lucas. Oh, he's actually gone spy. Okay, is he just checking, or is he actually playing spy? Looks like he's actually outside of spawn. So he's disguising as a friendly sniper. So he has been spotted as a sniper. And the question is, will he make it in here? He cloaked at a place where it's actually possible that he could have been hurt cloaking, but he made it out alive so far. And oh, he's onto the medic. Nope, no, he just shivs him in the face and tries to pistol him a little bit. But the Litranche, or can you pronounce that properly? Because you are French.
Pronounce what?
The spy pistol.
Oh, l'étranger. L'étranger.
dysfunction. There we go. That's the word. Yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so Raymond probably wasn't too nervous about it.
Yeah, so it's another reset. We can see a sentry from crew. Like, they want to sit on their last forever, I think. They are fine waiting for 7. They're in the lead. I don't think 7 is really used to be behind, so maybe it can tilt them off, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I think it's the first time they're behind this season, so it's going to be interesting to see their reaction. Like, are they going to get a bit rushed and rush their play and do silly mistake, or are they just going to play their game like they usually do?
Yeah, it might have been what happened on that first push. It definitely looked a little bit rushed, but yeah, it's definitely true that unexpected. They can just hold back here and do nothing for 7 wins and wait until it resets. So, you know, that's nice. They're not forced to push at any point. Looks like 7 is going to try to go in through the left side, see if they can put on some pressure, but no, it's just Lucas in a sniper sideline here, just holding them back pretty much single-handedly.
We can see that Stark has come back to scout, so he's like cookie cutter lineup. I'm not sure it's a really good idea because...
Oh, here comes the soldier. He jumps in, but he gets body shot and then runs back out again.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you expect. Like, it's really hard to push versus a sniper and an NG when you have 2 scouts and 2 soldiers, so I expect to see a double sack, or maybe a single sack, maybe a double sack. And see what...
Sorg's going down, and Polygon's pretty weak as well. He needs to be saved by an error right now. There we go. Finally, but 7, they have made their way in on the left side. And, you know, just as long as they can get this close to the sniper's basically useless. And there we go. They've got their entrance pick on a D-ski, and that means they can actually pressure the point as well. And there's still a sniper in spawn. No, now he's actually switched to soldier, but 7, they're just pretty content to be on this left side. Oh, they're playing with fire. Raymond almost being sniped here. And Lucas just playing it really well. The baits drag into suiciding on him and just switches classes and spawn. Great play there by Lucas holding the left side.
Yeah, and there were some great nerves from Babs. She could have used easily the Ubers to try and contest 7, but she didn't, even though Ajiski died, and it was kind of grim at one point, but like Unexpected just kept their composure, and it's really impressive to see that. I mean, they're playing versus 7, and they're playing quite well. They haven't made big mistakes beside the spike yet, so honestly, at this time, I don't see them losing that round. They could sit for like 6 minutes and then reset to mid.
Yeah, here comes a Drac jumping in again, and he actually gets the sniper this time around. So that's actually a really good entry pick, and they get sourced as well. People just walking in here and actually supporting the bombers in. So this turned it in from a suicide to an actual push. And so far 7, they just have this left side, and Drac is going to try to put some time on it, force people to actually respond to him. And there we go, Ubers have finally been forced. And here comes the counter Uber as well from Raymond. Better Uber so far on 7 side. They'll get a D-ski, that means they can pressure the point. And Polygon's looking very weak as well, and all of a sudden everyone is falling from Unexpected. Just Lucas alive, just going to respawn, but that's not going to be enough. Great play there by 7.
Yeah, that was really cautious. They saw that they couldn't go for Babs and get the force, so they just went for Lucas, who was pretty much holding Unexpected last on his own with a sniper. And once Lucas was dead, it was pretty much easy to walk in and pressure points. And yeah, I think both rounds were really well played by both teams.
Yeah, indeed. It's very interesting to see the suicide in there. Just as soon as they got a pick, they just turned it into a push, and they just basically took a slow as DM fight. Drag's gonna jump in very aggressively once again, and once again he's just gonna bomb onto that Demo Man. Demo Man's super weak. He finally goes down to Falash, and he will quickly pick up his second one as well. The rest of 7 now surging forward, and that's gonna cause everyone from Unexpected to move out, and Babs will survive it. But good mid there from 7. Looks like Drag is just jumping in really aggressively every single time, and this time it worked.
It's a bit surprising because I wasn't captain and he was only spamming out of top, so I guess one soldier distracting was enough, but I think that's kind of a mistake from Unexpected. You don't really want to be pulled off by only one jumping soldiers, no matter how good he is. And yeah, I think they have to get a better control of the top of the point on the next mid if they want to get something out of it, because that wasn't a great mid from 7, yet they still managed to win this. So I feel like Unexpected could do a bit more, and they can actually do it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear you criticize that. Basically, Nerd Raid's thing is bombing in 2 soldiers and then following up. So, yeah, I'm not surprised to hear you have a strong opinion on that. It looked like Drac was trying to move in here, and he's going to get another buff and might just go again. We saw, yeah, here we go. He's actually going to jump in through cheese, so he's kind of just going to run behind and distract. Be able to send in Captain. It looked like Lucas was trying to actually use that, and he's actually going to get the lash. That's incredible. He somehow got out, and then Flash was trying to hit
I can't believe Talash fell for it. He got baited by him. I think he thought he could have the frag, but Lucas was just waiting for him with a rocket. So I don't know. That was a bit weird. But Drac is still behind an unexpected line, so I expect Se7en to play with this.
Yeah, here we go. He's gonna fight a soldier somehow. Lucas just being super aggressive, jumping into him. It actually works out. There's so many ways you could just get banged up against the wall there. He will actually win the duel against Drac, so great job there by Lucas, showing who the superior roamer is in this match.
Well, to be fair, he was helped with Kridu, but yeah, still it was good to see him not dying.
Shh, yeah, we won't mention that. Right.
People want to know the truth, Beetle. Peter, you can't hide them.
It's true. I'm just trying to create drama here.
So it's it's Talash who plays sniper. Earlier it was Tharky, not Talash. So let's see how it's gonna happen. Lucas is still on soldier this time, so there's no duel to win for Talash. There's only picks to get, and looks like Kidus want to make room on green for his spur.
Yeah. Oh, Flash! Oh, he beeps a shot. That was a really easy shot on the polygon up on that. Pipe somehow missed him. He was just standing still. It happened to the best of us, it would seem. And but actually, I kind of like jumping a soldier up onto that pipe and knocking him down, because often when he drops down onto the ground, we like sticky him down too. So we'll see if what Se7en does here. It looks like he's gonna rotate around, just gonna go from window to cheese and over again and switch. But I think they're just at this point trying to figure out where the medic is, and once again Babs is not falling for the temptation to standing next to the wall. He will actually stand behind the train and on the point.
I feel like right now if you're Se7en, you want to create some space on green so people watch you, and then your roamer can go from so, and your sniper can peek from window. But I guess from now they are happy to wait. I mean, there's 8 minutes left, so there's still some time, but time is running out, so at some point they will gonna have to try something new, and I think So looks a bit choky, like Adiski standing there just polygon as well, so I think the answer will come.
Adiski overextends here. Oh my god, I was getting nervous for him. There was actually like a sticky on the wall. If that one would have been blown, it would have launched Adiski into the arms of Captain and would have taken him down. But actually Lucas will be the one to go down. That's definitely going to open things up. Polygon going down. Yeah. This is dire. Oh my god, Stock runs in, kills Bap. Bap hadn't seen him at all. That's going to be another drop. That's going to make it 2-1 in favor of, well, presumably, Raymond.
How do you rate this? Who wins when you have more drops?
Yeah, that's not a question I'd like to find the answer to. And Lucas jumps in onto to Captain, doesn't quite get him, and Captain gets saved by Degu as well. Actually, Bash will get another kill here. I think I did predict her to get a bunch of them. And actually somehow Se7en, they're definitely slowing down. I think they will finally be able to get it. Yeah, Adiski gets taken down there finally. But, yeah.
Oh, that was so unlucky. I think unexpected at some point at the edge had the edge on this fight because they had spawners and all. But maybe they went a bit too deep on Se7en, and Se7en just get the easy frags. So it's a bit unlucky, but yeah, it all comes down to the amazing play from Stark. So props to him.
Yeah, just swooped in there, got the medic while the medic wasn't looking. It's gonna make another mid. So far it's just been drag bombing in and then just basically searing in onto the demo man. It's gonna do the same thing again this time around, doing a bit of a loop-de-loop, and yeah, it's actually gonna be a much better distraction this time around, and that will cause Se7en to just completely beast this mid. Cadus and Drag will be the only players dying, and they're fine with that.
They had such a good read on unexpected way to hold them on mid. Like, I wasn't Credu, and I think his mission was to watch Drag and watch only Drag, and the second drag jumped and Credu was watching him, Cadus took the opportunity to walk over point and just kill Credu. So that was just a one-man advantage that just snowballed into a mid, and I think that was just Cadus' read on an unexpected mid.
You see Lucas trying his best to save his team here. He needs to drop this medic. There might be a soldier suspecting it, but he might have bumped into someone, and there we go. Lucas will get taken down by Drac. He was aware. Ubers have come in from Se7en as well. They're putting a bunch of time onto the point. They're not quite able to get in yet, but it's just a matter of time, and Cadus will just stand on the point, and that's how you cap it. So it's going to make it 3-1. So Se7en eventually able to make this look like it wasn't a close game, but yeah, it took them a while to create this distance.
It's such unexpected now. How they sunk enough in their minds to think, okay, we can still make it. We are only 2 rounds down. They shouldn't give up right now. There's still time.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. Just a matter of has Se7en figured out unexpected, or have unexpected run out of tricks. Drac will get taken down very quickly. So Credu, he did his job. Now he's probably going to be confused. Like, what do I do on this mid now? Like, my target is dead. But yeah, they're just moving across the point right now, and Se7en, they are out of here. Even Captain's trying his best to escape, and looks like he will make it. Yep, barely.
And you remember? Oh, Cadus drops Babs.
Oh, disaster.
That's 3. And yeah. I like, if you remember on last meet, I said that Cadus walked over point to take the advantage of drag jumping and kill Credu, and this time Adiski responded by sticking Cadus and forbidding him to move on, and that's what make a win mid from unexpected. It's really nice to see how these demomans are answering each other by putting stickies in cool spots and just denying the other team.
You see 2 players in spawn right now. One is a sniper, and the other one is Babs, and she is on Kritz Creek. Is Drac on all the way back on last, or? Yeah, he is.
Lucas is on spawn, but I don't think he can accomplish anything. Holds. He gonna have to switch back, I think. So it's interesting to see that Babs wants crits, and Polygon is using Commangler, who can't use crits. So I think that's an Adiski Uber if it ever happens.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Cadus you take down the Centigram, but that's the only pick so far. Polygon eventually going down here to Captain, and Cadus getting it, but here comes the crits. Actually 3 nice kills here from Adiski. You were definitely right on that one, and that's going to be a complete wipe. Nice Kritz Creek there on the defense coming out from unexpected, and it definitely caught Se7en off guard.
What a save! What a save by Adiski. I definitely think that was 4-1, and then he crit 3 people with stickies on pawn. That was so lovely play by Adiski. He actually saved the run for his team.
Yeah, they're trying to recap it here, Se7en, and looks like they will get that.
Babs has died, but she's still on crits. I think they're gonna try to pull the same thing, pull it off again, but probably Se7en is gonna expect it this time.
Oh, Captain! That's a wall shot, but takes down the demo man. That's still huge. Means they can actually get this, and nope, not get the second air shot either. Se7en, they're all just in on the both sides now, basically, just pincering all of unexpected. Babs is getting closer and closer to this Uber, or Kritz Creek rather, and eventually gonna get it, but oh, the Uber comes out. Kritz Creek versus Uber. Actually, what? Adiski somehow
again,
doing it.
That's the quickie. That's the quickie magic.
Oh, and then the 4th one as well. Get the pipe. Oh, and Drac is in here as well. Oh my God, gets Drac as well. Beastly 5 kill there.
Peter, we saw that coming. We told about quickie before, so we're not surprised. But still, there was another save from Adiski in the same fashion with the crits, and I think Se7en has to expect it now, and they have to kill Babs now because she's still running crits.
Yeah, oftentimes you see medics pick up the Uber launcher of the fallen medics, as a battle trophy and a way to mix it up and be unpredictable. But nope, not Babs. This is working out. But oh my God, Lucas going down here. It's gonna make it work. quite a bit less. And now they have the Calmangler Soldier with the Kritz Krieg. That's not a good combination, but Adiski's still around. Will he get the Kritz Krieg here? No, he's not. Oh, actually hits a nice pipe onto Cadus. Eventually gets him, but actually Crater will go down. Basically, Cadus suicides himself onto him. But now this is a full Kritz Krieg guy. I'm kind of surprised they didn't use it in that situation. I guess they were confident they could win. Here we go. I think they're about to use it again.
Yeah, but this time Adiski can't connect. Oh, he actually captain out of cool Siki, but can he do more? The crit is on Se7en now, but every 7 people are really. Oh my god, Raymond Adiski, what a jump!
That was incredible. That was such a bad Kritz Krieg, and then he just jumped in there and killed the enemy medic. Well played by Adiski.
Yeah, it was like, I don't need crits to kill you, Raymond. I'll just jump on your face and type you, and that actually worked. Yeah,
that's good play, Adiski. Get the get those highlight plays in there. Okay, it's gonna be 3-1 for Se7en. It was it took a while for them to actually get back in the game. It was like half of the game they were behind, I think. So you know, they're probably sweating a little more than they expected, but at the end of the day, that was the expected result.
Yeah, I think I said 3-0, so I'm not that far back, and you called the frags from BAP, so we were both on point on prediction.
Yeah, together we're almost good at this.
We could bet some money on this. But yeah, it's cool that the game was close, and that's pretty much what we hoped to see. That it's cool to see that Se7en was able to react in a proper way. You know, they were behind, but they took their time. They played very cautiously on single picks, moving forward carefully and getting more and more picks. But it's cool to see also that Unexpected lead the game for a long time, and they were happy to sat on their last and just try to wait for Se7en. And like, I think Granary can be quite in the same fashion. If in their heads Unexpected are still hanging in, I see another really close game.
Yeah, absolutely. Granary even more so than Snakewater is one where teams can pull out unexpected results. So definitely Se7en, they're not out of the hot water just yet. Let's take a look at some of these logs. There's some pretty interesting stuff here to actually look at. Most importantly, of course, is the amount of deaths on Cadus. I think you said like 14 or 13 or something?
13, yeah.
Yeah, and I said like 6. And it was 10, so let's just say we're equally wrong and terrible at guessing.
We break even. That's cool.
Yeah. And then, surprisingly, Lucas has the most damage on Unexpected, and he still went 9 for 21. So doing a lot of damage, but not getting a lot of kills. I suppose that's sort of fine on Roamer, but yeah, it's both bad KD and contributing a lot of damage on Roamer. So I'm not sure what to feel about that one.
Well, it's not very surprising to see Lucas with the most damage. I mean, Unexpected was quite happy to stay on their last, and on mid they were quite passive, so it was a lot of the time it was up to Lucas to make a decision, so it's quite normal to see him on top damage. And we can see that Se7en and Critty had quite a decent game compared to Sarky and Thalish. Both are getting out damaged. And yeah, Se7en paying off having a good game at least once in a while.
I'm kind of surprised that the best scout in the game was Kredu. That's not really the expected result. Like, he's the only one in there that I wouldn't have put money on having like both the best damage and the best KD going 19 for 8. That's very surprising. Both Stark, Thalas, and Sorx, they should all be better scouts than that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. You know, maybe that's why Se7en was struggling. It was just the scouts were not really turning it on and getting those crucial picks and doing the damage that they needed to do for Se7en to actually have the game plan work.
Also, I'm a bit disappointed about Adiski's, considering he had 2 crits, he's only 6k damage and 500 and something like that, so maybe he didn't have as much as impact as he wanted to do. I'm sure he will want to step up on the next maps, but yeah, I think Adiski had quite a bit margin of room to be a bit more
I don't know, more of a damage dealer on his team.
Yeah, I feel like all of his kills and damage came in like the last 5 minutes when he got those good squeeze going. That's obviously not entirely true. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but on Granary, like a Demoman, he can do a lot, but also it's kind of notorious for being really bad for Demoman on middle, at least.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to just get jumped. Like you're just you're feeling good, you're feeling safe. You're just walking around, and all of a sudden, 2 scouts and a soldier just jump around a crate, and you die instantly. It's a rough middle. I think I remember seeing like War doing some middle analysis on it as a demo man, and just like the entire area was called over, and it just said, "Here you are fucked" or something like that.
That's accurate. It's about middles is interesting to see that. Unexpected won 2 mids out of the 5, so a 3-4-7, and Granary relies a lot on mid fights. Like if you can get a good mid fight med and not losing yours, you're in really good shape. So if Unexpected can pull the same kind of performance on Granary, won some mids quite convincingly and pushing on the advantages, maybe they can get some rounds, and that would be quite interesting to see.
Indeed. Looking at the Nemesis, Falas killed Lucas quite a bit, and Stark killed Adiski quite a bit. Actually, Stark killing Adiski is a pretty big deal. That's usually not how you want it to go.
Yeah, it's weird to see them quite that up in the Nemesis stat, because we saw their stats. They didn't show as much as we expected them to be, and yet they lead in this category. So they didn't do that much damage, but when it mattered, they were on point.
Yeah, I think it was this just a kind of fuck this guy in particular kind of deal with them. Just this one guy, I don't like him. I'm just gonna kill him a lot, and you know, some people had to suffer from it. Maybe that's why Adiski was kind of struggling early on. It was just that Thalas was really good at just, or maybe it was Stark that was just really good at actually killing him. So yeah, all right. We've just got a 90-second warning, so do you want to give us some nice predictions before we start here?
Well, Captain had the stellar performance on Snakewater, and we know that Granary is a really strong soldier map. So if he can play it in the same way, it's going to be really easy for Se7, because Captain is just going to roll. So unless Trudy and Sorax can shut him out somehow, even though it's really hard on Granary, before the game started, I was like, if you lose the first map, you're not encouraged to play as well on the second, and you can get roll. That's what happened to us with Nerdred versus Se7, where we had a close Reckoner on 4-2, I think, and then we get blown away on the second map. And I'm a bit scared that that's what's gonna happen on this. But yeah, I don't know. I think Adiski particularly has to step up a bit, even though it's not a demo map. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough for them if he doesn't. Not only on damage, but on his calls, he has to, you know, give his team the spirit to be more aggressive, to be better. That's just it. You have to be better. It's gonna be better.
Just be better. How hard can it be, man? Yeah, and we are about to go live here. I will predict that Se7en are gonna win in a pretty slow game. They're gonna win like 4-0 or something, maybe 4-1. But we are live as both demos are jumping to mid as fast as the little black dudes can carry them. And Kid is gonna go up top, it looks like, and so will Adiski. And actually Adiski will get hit by a pretty nice sticky, and he's on the Quickie Bomb launcher. You mentioned this, and Kados actually goes down. I'm pretty sure that was a sticky Quickie Bomb launcher, and Lucas is gonna bomb in very aggressively, trying to take down Captain before he gets out. And immediately the Quickie Bomb launcher, as you were talking about, comes into play.
Okay, wow, we wanted Adiski to step up, and he actually did on the first mid, so that's really good for his team. And he keeps going with the 2 nice stickies on Starkeys, and now Unexpected can push on Se7en's flank and get a really nice push on the second.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see where they go from. Oftentimes teams will go into the far left into Garage, but it looks like that's not what the Unexpected are doing. They're going into the right side. It looks like they're getting ready to Uber in maybe Kradu and a Demo Man or something like that. It's usually a much more difficult place to push, since you can't really go in there without using your Uber straight away. And yeah, they've kind of just slowed it down. You know, they don't have to push into this Uber right away, so you know, it's pretty defensible thing. But eventually, of course, they're gonna have to formulate some sort of plan to actually.
Plus, they have quickie, so again, they can try to pressure point and remove the stickies and try to see if they can bait someone in the fight. So we see Adiski really aggressive on second, trying to get the stickies in and trying to see if he can lure someone into Polygon's racket.
Yeah, and there was actually a couple of scouts that almost fell for it, but just not quite. Not quite. Didn't get them, and now they might be going in through the left side here. You often see teams move in here, and then they'll send in like a demo and a soldier up top, and then they have a soldier walk in underneath and then jump up behind people in there. That's a pretty standard move, but Cadis has stickied it off. So, oh my god, Drac actually going down there, gets sniped by a sticky, and here comes Sorex just plowing forward, and now Sorex is actually behind lines. And this is looking like it's going to be a really good push. And Sorex will get another pick right now. He goes behind lines and eventually gets taken down, but Babs has not used her Uber, so great push there from, so far at least, from Unexpected.
Yeah, and they don't want to wait for their respawn. They're just gonna go in right away using the Uber eye if they can and trying to get some space. But Cadus making some great area control damage, try to slow them down. And now that the spawns are there, maybe they're gonna try to push from the ramp, the garage, and try to get some track again.
Yeah, Stark has gone behind. Oh, actually, he almost gets caught. He does eventually catch it here. And Babs has managed to hold on to a Uber. And now they're going to use it and jump in here. Adiski will jump in very aggressively onto Thalash. And I don't think there's going to be any stickies on the point, at least not after a single Cricky Bomb launcher. But so far they have gotten basically no kills. And Adiski actually goes down to Cadus as well. And this is falling apart. Sword does manage to take down Cadus, but this heavy, he's just all revved up, and I don't think there's any way they ever chew through hit that guy. Babs will grab a scout and get out alive, but that was a bit of a beef push, and now Raymond will be left with a 100% Uber advantage.
Yeah, they got baited to the heavy, I think. Like Risky spent a lot of his ammo on Talash on heavy to no avail because Talash just had to move back and go into spawn. So I think they should have rotated way faster on the left side and tried to break the fight to 7.
Yeah. Either way.
Now they have Sorex and Sniper, so it's a bit hard decision because Granary is not really a sniper-friendly map, especially on second points. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna use him.
Yeah, it's like he'll probably get one good snipe, right? That's how it usually works, because this is not something they're gonna be expecting. Now the dot might have been revealed. Oh, and the scout is on. Yeah. Sorex, can he be a hero? You can do it, Sorex? No, he missed the first shot. He's just gonna continue on unabated. He doesn't care. But oh, Cadus is getting caught in, but so is Adiski. Cadus wins that one, and Stark has once again run behind lines, and he's gonna come in from behind now.
Adiski got a bit greedy on second, I think. He just had to wait for Sorex to hit the shots. But somehow he felt a bit cocky, maybe because he played really well so far.
Ooh, Drac comes in here, takes down Sorex and forces out the Uber. And somehow he's still alive, eventually dies, but it's still really good.
How does he do that? How does he never die?
I don't know. Stark was always behind, eventually does lose to Kratos, so Kratos once again proving that he is the superior scout in this server, but here comes the Uber for Se7en. They kind of started losing a bunch of players and getting spammed out, but they're going to get a few people here now once that the Uber has come into play, but they might actually just be spammed out right now. Raymond's super weak, surfs really well, but you can't surf away from bullets coming out of the Sorex scattergun right now. Babs will also retreat, however, so this middle point is really being fought over, and it's very difficult for me to see who's actually coming out ahead right now.
Backup is on from Sorex, I guess. Yeah, but so all of Se7en has to fall back because you can't get backup on Granary. It's way too much hard to get back when you get backup. So now Unexpected can work with the 100% Uber ads, and I think now they have to get, Adiski is going left side E to take the room right now and be really aggressive.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't clear anything, but they're just going to Uber in, and they've gone in through the back way and just takes down Raymond right away. Great push in here. even gonna take people down with a stick with a nail through it. Great push right now. I love when people wrap around like that. They're just basically pushing 2 points in one. However, Stark comes in from behind. That's just where Stark hangs out. But already time onto the last point. Nice pipe there from Disky.
Oh, that sounds like he from top. I think got 2 nice frags on the Disky and Polygon, but in the end, there's only so much damage you can do when the whole team is rushing at you. So that's once again expected in the lead, out of a really good round from a Disky.
Yeah, it's just Disky just needs to go huge and kill everything, and then his team will win. No pressure at Disky.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't do that all the time. To be fair, Kidus once again getting spammed out pretty heavily by these Quickie Bomb. Man, this Quickie Bomb monster is so deadly on this middle. He's just getting sniped out, but one area and he is fine. And now he will have more ammo, of course. But so far, Kidus actually hit some really nice pipes walking across the point, and then Stark and Drac just come in here really well to do that, and Polygon gets cleaned up by Thalas as well. Creative, however, he's on a 3k on this middle. He might go for more as the rest of Se7en are now moving forward. Only 3 men up for them. Oh, he got spotted though.
So first mid was really Disky heavy, and now Kidus responded really well because he had a rough starts on the second mid because he got a lot of pressure from a Disky's Quickie Bomb, but then he kind of wait for Raymond to heal him, and then he went back to the fight. He hit some nice pipes, and he allowed Se7en to win the round, so props to him. And now they try to push out.
Yeah, Creator actually made it out of mid. That was pretty well played, and also Lucas has a sentry all the way on last. It seems a little bit pessimistic to me, but you know, maybe like there's just nothing Scott can do in the second point anyway or something. I don't know. Polygon's super weak. Actually will make it out alive, going all the way back on last, and a Disky going down. However, that's gonna open up Se7en to actually put pressure onto the point. But Se7en, they need to reload here, and these scouts are just juking them so hard, and there's still a sentry gun. Finally goes down, and here comes the Sorter jumping in very aggressively. Se7en now moving forward as a team, doing their best, but they're not putting time on the point. So if they don't get any kills, they're gonna have to retreat. And
Raymond with the cheeky arrow on Polygon, who was running at the resupply with the escape plan. He died in the spawn. That's unlucky.
Yeah, if you just changed class a little bit faster, then maybe he would have been alive this very day. Cadus has sneakies above the point. I don't think anyone's gonna fall for it. It's kind of, yeah, they've spotted them. But, it's a pretty old school thing. But oh my God, they haven't actually capped it. It's so close. There we go. Someone actually just looks at it hard enough and they cap it. But they've caught out Raymond, they thought. But Raymond actually had the Uber, and now Babs is just sharing her Uber like crazy. And she's being staked out and completely locked out, and they're going to get taken down by a nice pipe. And Se7en, they just rebound super hard right now.
Yeah, it's a round. There has been a huge mistake from Unexpected. They thought they had the advantage, so they run into an Uber, basically. And that's just what they're doing. I think because they spent so much time to cap second, they thought they had the advantage, but Raymond has just all the time in the world to build the Uber.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. You can just see that they were expecting to just roll over them, but yeah, as soon as they got popped on, it was just over, and Babs had to share the Uber with so many people. And Disky actually going super weak this time around. Oh my God, so close to dying. 18 HP and like millimeters away from getting hit by the last sticky. So here comes Captain, jumps in very aggressively, puts some damage onto Polygon, and here comes Drac to follow up on the damage. And oh my God, both soldiers are jumping both sides in here. Now it's just a complete hellish landscape for anyone standing anywhere on the ground, and Thalas will be the only one to make it out alive to tell the tale for Se7en, but brutal mid.
Yeah, Lucas used the confusion just to jump on Raymond unseen and got 2 nice rockets on the medic, so that gives a really nice ad for Unexpected. That's what we were talking about before the game. Like, if you can get clean mids where your medic doesn't die and the other medic dies, you can have really nice pushes on last if you're quick enough.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go up top again. Maybe try to wrap behind once again. And there's basically no one from Se7en holding the second point. And yeah, there we go. Everyone just they just got locked out up top, and they didn't even bother. So they just set up on last. Raymond's on 40%. And here we go. Can Babs not dropped. She can indeed, and send in both scouts, but man, Babs is getting bounced really hard by these cannonballs, but eventually Drac does go down on this heavy, so it definitely opened it up, but it took so many resources for Drac to get it down, and Polygon gets bombed by these cannonballs, but oh my god, the scouts put so much time onto the point, and now it's just a 2-on-2 fight with a medic as well. This is like a triple duo or whatever, or like ultra duo, or whatever you want to call it.
That's a new game mode right in front of our eyes.
Yeah. Drac eventually goes down, actually. Oh, okay. And Kredu will get the...
So well played from Sorax and Kredu. They put the time under pressure, they got the Uber popped from Raymond, and now Babs has quite a good advantage. Like, so maybe they want to try to push on, and there's so much cap time. You want, when you're unexpected now, you want to push right over when you have the Uber, and you don't want to create on spy now. I don't think it's a good decision.
Yeah, Flash is trying to put up a sentry, but I don't think that's going to live very long. Heavy on the pipe right now, getting taken down as well. There we go, sentry finally down. Heavy on the point, surely going to die. Yeah, there we go. Adiski takes down both sentries with his sticky or with his pipes, and he's cleared the point as well. And Scott's going to stand on it, just barely not going to get it in time. But Kratos actually on spy, so if Se7en are not careful, they can get like just backstab and insta cap.
Yeah, he has to go now.
And he will go. Oh, he heard him. Someone's using headphones. And,
that's unlucky because was he scout? I think unexpected would have taken that round. They had a better Uber, and they were basically only 5 in the fight with a better Uber. That's really unlucky. Or not unlucky. I think it's just poor decision making.
Yeah, Cadis is all the way in on mid here, but the rest of his team are struggling to follow through. But eventually they will make it in here. And Captain might even catch out Lucas. No, not quite. But Adiski will go down. So a pretty good push into mid. But the Uber will be had in time for Babs to actually hold.
So when the demo's dead, what you want to do is take the left yard really quickly because the demo can't lock you off. And that's what Drac and Starkey are doing right now. They know like Adiski's not there, so that's an easy position to take. I stutter. Yeah,
and they did just that. They got the yard, not for free, but you know, they pressured them out, and so that's really good. You know, it's kind of a pretty unique second point on Granary in that it's kind of divided up into 2 different areas. You have the yard and you have the inside the interior area of the point, and now it's just the interior area. If you have the yard, you actually have an extra buffer, but Adiski now. On the Quickie Bomb launch, it's going to be actually pretty difficult for him to probably sticky people out because he doesn't have enough ammo. And that means he can't really rotate as easily as well. We will see what Se7en does here. It's still 1-1, so they can't hold forever and force out a push or anything. Which is something that they like to do. So, you know, we have once again a very close game that could go either way right now. And
so, do you think the reason that Polygon went to Pomangler is that Adiski has less ammo in his sticky launcher?
Nah, it's that
could be actually.
Yeah. So yeah,
that
the
spam duty is
on him. That's a good point. I hadn't even thought about it like that. There's just so many using the cow angle these days, just because I don't know. Like it's just so nice, especially in pocket. Like if there's one thing I'm bad at, it's keeping track of my rockets.
And even more in Granary, where the ammo packs are really scarce.
Drac's gonna jump in very aggressively, so close to getting Lucas. Doesn't quite get him.
Oh, IGC can get trapped if Captain reacts in time. Oh, that's unlucky. Captain was just above the demo man, and he could have killed him. And now it's another reset, I guess.
Yeah, they have eventually reset this and then debuff him. Drac might actually go in here. No, he's just spamming. He doesn't have a banner, right? We actually have a banner on Polygon. So I think that's the only banner right now. I think so, yeah. Yep, Captain doesn't have a banner. Neither does Drac. But, you know, it's a conch, I believe. And so at some point, it's going to be a bunch of really fast people around if they just keep letting Lucas spam. No, not Lucas, sorry, Polygon.
Yeah, the way you want to use the banner is like you want to trade Uber first and then go back with the banner in. So it's not quite a comfortable situation for Unexpected right now. And it looks like Se7en has given up the interior play and they're trying to reset from outside, from the right side.
Yeah, and here comes the Ubers, so there we go. And he's just gonna hold onto the conch here. And there we go. Now he's super fast. He's trying to get the medic. Nice surf from Raymond. And Polygon just goes all in, and that doesn't work at all. You need to play around with your team when you do that. And he didn't. And he got punished really hard. Cadus will do his best to get this scout. Can't quite get him alone, but his team is in here to help him, and now there's time on the point. And there we go. Raymond will end up capping it. And
that was really well played from Cadus. When Polygon blowed his whistle, his conch, like he tried to go, and usually you want a lot of people to go with you to get the bonus effect. And he couldn't because Cadus just locked the rest of the team with stickies, so Polygon was alone with his conch versus Talash, and that's usually a loss.
Yeah, indeed. We have a crit squeak going into this mid coming up on Babs, and let's see, Cadus is actually going on the left side. It looks like he just had enough of these these quickie bombs, and oh my god, Drac is gonna do a lot, and Cadus gets 2 nice kills here, and oh my god, Cadus got
rocket!
Yeah, got air shot like crazy, but he survives and then hits a nice pipe. Oh my god. This is such a close mid. People just going absolutely huge from all over the place. Kradu surely gonna die. Yeah, there we go. That was so many air shots and nice kills and everything. Holy crap.
Kradu once again showing off for Unexpected. He got 2 frags, one of Cadus. So I think Kradu is having a really good game, and I think the soldiers on Unexpected are a bit lacking at the moment.
Yeah, Lucas managed to take down Stark. And what is Adiski doing? Oh, he's building, right?
He's arrow building. Now we have Quickie Launcher with Kritz. That's a deadly combination, especially in Adiski's hand because he used this very well. So if I was Se7en, I would be careful right now.
Yeah, he's gonna. There we go. It's in. Oh, it barely hasn't been able to connect, and no, Stark will eventually get the kill. And it's been just shut down, red like a book it seems, and the captain's gonna jump in aggressively, gets debuffed by a scout, and there we go. Now Drac is in. Yeah, great spam from Se7en, just rotating the soldiers and doing a ton of damage, and there's even a scout kind of is running behind. Yeah, Kradu goes down to Drac and Cadus. Cadus actually overextends right there, gets taken down, a bit of a mistake, but well, Ash will just come in here now. Try to put time onto the point, gets Ubered and everything. Put time on the point now, and he will cap it out. So great job by Se7en there, just pushing forward, sharing the Uber, sharing the love. And even though Cadus probably overextended a little bit, it still did enough damage that his team could just capitalize on it.
The game goes the same way it went on Sequator. Like Unexpected took the lead, and then now 3-1 for Se7en. It's funny how the game looks the same.
Yeah, it's very true. It's essentially like the same pace. All of it. Cadus wins this duel on middle, despite Adiski having faster stickies. He eventually gets an arrow, but now he gets jumped, and oh my god, Raymond actually just dies to Lucas instantly. I think he like synced him or something. And Sorek will take down one scout. Can he take the other one? He's very weak. And no, the last will win the pistol duel here. So Babs has survived. There's 2 players alive. And there's 3 players alive on Se7en. This is a very interesting situation. They might go for the block here. Or they might not. This is a very precarious situation. Adiski's all in, man. Oh my god, Babs is so weak. Will eventually pop it. But the point does eventually go to Se7en. Cadus, he's going to jump around. There's just a nice little
What? What did he do? He jumped behind the catwalk.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do that on purpose. Like, willingly as a demo man. But I don't know if that even worked, but
that was pretty cool.
Unpredictable, yeah. Adiski's going in very aggressively. Catches out Captain. So there's a really solid push coming out here from Unexpected. I think
somehow, because it didn't really look good at first, like Babs had to use quite early, and now they are pushing last.
Yeah, Scout
Cadus right away from a nice aggression from Kradu. Like, Kradu, what a man! He just gave his team a round. Like, if you can kill Cadus early, then there's no stickies on point, and then you just have to go for it. And so, like, that man had a read on this.
Yeah, really strong play there from the one inexperienced scout in the server, I'd say. And it's interesting to see that the Lash is checking for mediguns every single mid before going scout and spawn. There will be no crits this time on mid, but once again, Adiski seems to have lost the Demoman duel. He's very weak, whereas Cadus is pretty damn healthy right now. Polygon has jumped in onto the medic as well, but no, he got nothing out of that, and now people are just melting. Cadus does go down, but that's basically the only person that died, and yes, very strong mid coming up from Se7en.
Yeah, that's really a clean win. Lucas was completely shut down by Starkey on the ramp, so he had no impact whatsoever on mid. So, and when you don't have your soldiers jumping in, it's basically over. So really nice job from Starkey. And now, Unexpected have to set up for last. They have a heavy, if I'm not mistaken, and a sniper.
Will they be able to? Will Lucas be a hero for his team? Raymond just has to not drop here. I think he's just gonna drop. No, not drop on entry. Pop on entry. That's the one. Yeah, there we go. He's gonna share the log with 3 people. Lucas gets completely demolished, just triple teamed and then taken down immediately. Crater will suffer the same fate. And so far, this has been a very clean push so far from Se7en. Cadus will actually jump in very aggressively, doing a lot of damage. And oh my god, complete slaughter.
That was so well played. That's impressive. Like, they were so cautious in the way they played it. First Lucas on Cypher, then Credu on Heavy, and when you looked at other players from Unexpected Health, they were kind of healthy. Like, that was perfect focus fire for Se7en.
Yeah, they lost 0 players on that push, and they took down all 6 on the enemy team. That's really good team coordination. I know they had an Uber and everything, but that's still extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, you can beat Ubers, and this one was perfect.
Yeah, Cadus trying to sticky out the top so far, not really any result there. 2 soldiers coming in very aggressively for Unexpected. Looks like Raymond is the target of that one, but he jukes it perfectly. Eventually does fall victim to Polygon though. Polygon doing so much damage there, just bombing down death from above and just Stock alive. You know, I say just Stock, but you know, he's the most dangerous scout in Europe. Yet he will slither away. He's actually looking to try to maybe even go back in again, but he decides against it.
There was such a clean mid from Unexpected. Lucas went for a direct aggression on them, so he took the attention away from Polygon, who had a first jump on Catwalk and then jumped back on Raymond and got the cleanup frags, and that was really well played. Really nice sync from Unexpected soldiers.
Yeah, Sorg's gonna shut everything down from up top. So Se7en have once again just given up second here in favor of getting a proper hold on last. So they're set up with a heavy, with an NG. What's a sentry level at 3? So he did that in quite timely fashion, and immediately Drac is taken down. Cedricon has been taken down. Those are the 2 big damage sponges. So now it's just a matter of can they take down the rest of them. Raymond does go down. So at least that's going to be a consolation prize if nothing else. But the fight is still going on, and oh my god, Babs even contributing, getting 2 arrow kills actually. Babs just continued to impress with her arrows, and 2 kills there, really clutch actually, securing another round for her team, and that's going to make it 3-2. They're catching up.
And Sorax and Critty had such a good last as well, like they had plenty of damage. Babs had the 2 kills, but that was just cleanup frags after the damage from Critty and Sorax. So when the scouts step up, Unexpected actually have a chance.
Cadus being pretty aggressive this time around, taking a lot of damage, going down to 32 HP, eventually gets arrowed. And there we go. Both soldiers once again from Unexpected jumping in so aggressively. Drac will actually lose the 1v1 against Polygon. And this is looking very much alike what we saw last time around, but Adiski has gone down this time around. But oh my god, these soldiers, they're just doing so much damage. Oh my god, Lucas even winning against the Lash. And basically a mirrored mid from last time around. Stock the only one alive.
Wow. Unexpected has woken up.
Stock comes in, he actually blocks mid. Oh, he loses the 1v1 to Sorax.
It's been 2 mids in a row where Unexpected that really went really strong and like really convincing win on mid. So it's really good if they want to come back into the game. and now it's 4-3 with a full Uber at. That really could be 4-4 right now.
Yeah, we'll see. Adiski, he's getting ready to come in up top with 2 scouts and a demo. That's going to be the Uber push. Oh, 2 scouts. They take down Cadus really fast. That's actually a really important pick. So now Sorg is just going to stand on the point. Wow, look at that. Nobody from Se7en actually managed to get out there alive and block the point. And that's going to make it 4-4 with 3 minutes remaining. Unbelievable. They're doing this.
No one saw that coming. What a wake-up call from unexpected. It goes down a lot on Polygon and Lucas Smith. And maybe they found a secret solution to Granary's mid everyone was looking for.
Yeah, the secret is to get good all of a sudden. Cadus actually takes a really big sticky right there. He's going to have to hide in the corner until he can get arrowed. But here comes the double soldier aggression. It's been working so far. Cadus not dying as fast this time around, so that might be all the things that we need, but it's actually still in favor right now of Unexpected, but eventually they get taken down. Look at that. Se7en, they're really playing together, but so is Unexpected. But Se7en, they have, of course, the superior positioning, but they also don't have a medic. So I think right now, Unexpected, they're just trying to chip them down. And Stark is up behind there. There comes Drac. Comes in very aggressively. He will force out the Uber. He dies for it. But
that's really well played from Drac.
Yeah.
Like, all you want is here is you get Uber, and he does it really well.
Adiski tried to go aggressive there, doesn't quite finish it out. They're actually going to have to cap it pretty quickly unless they want to get just pushed on by Se7en. And Se7en, they are just going to push in here. Polygon will take down Starkey. That's a really nice pick. And oh my god, Captain almost dying there, but gets saved by an arrow from Raymond. So Se7en, they didn't want to give this up willingly. So actually, are they actually going to... Why is Sorg pushing this on the flank? I don't quite understand. Maybe he's just trying to pull everyone back. He's actually coming in from behind Raymond and takes him down. Oh my god. That's
how come no one was watching the flank? That's really odd from Se7en. That's a really weird mistake from Se7en. Like, they had no one on the flank. I guess Drac and Starkey simply went there. But that could cost them the map.
Yep, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining, and this could be a game-losing mistake from the flank right now. Adiski will push in very aggressively right now. You know, he's on the Quickie Bomb launcher, so the Stickies are basically not a hindrance to any push that they might make, and they're going in aggressively on the left side. Might go top again and just wrap around and behind them like they've done before. And Se7en, they're definitely expecting that to happen. As you can see, they're holding really far back, not even contesting this point. But actually, Cadus has Stickies above the point, and oh my god, Sorg, he hadn't spotted that at all. So that's going to cost everyone. That's actually so huge that Cadus blocked it with the Sticky Trap. That's going to stunt the push.
30 seconds left. They have to push now if they want to win. But with the Heavy, it's going to be so hard. They're pressuring the cap. Like, Heavy falls down right away from Lucas. Can they cap the point? They just have to kill the scout.
Oh my god.
They actually did it. What?
Raymond walked off. Wow. Se7en's going to lose a map. That's so good for Unexpected. Now it's going to be way easier for them to beat out Lego for the final playoff spot.
I think a team never had a better name than Unexpected right now.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
That's incredible.
I'm impressed. Really well played from them. Like, they were kind of head down in the game. They were 4-1 for Se7en, and then somehow they decided on mid to go, okay, we have to go for Raymond on mid, we have to kill him, and then we push on that. And that worked really well. I think Lucas and Polygon had 15 rough minutes at the beginning of the game. And once they got their shit together on mid, that was quite impressive to see.
Very true, very true. Yeah, Cadus making some... No, not Cadus, like the flank not being held there was really just too sloppy there from Se7en, and just overall sloppy play combined with some excellent play coming out from Unexpected will allow them to get 3 points out of this. Way more than anyone could have ever dreamed of from that team. So that's quite the event. I can't believe that Se7en's perfect season got ruined by Unexpected. Yeah, perfect team name for that, for sure. But let's look at the logs. since maybe that can shed some light on what just happened.
Okay, I think my game crashed. I can't see lots, but I will hear what you have to say.
Yeah, alright. Well,
but from what I'm guessing, I think Adiski had a stellar big startup game, and then the soldiers came through and took the rest of it?
you are somewhat right. Adiski, he went 9 for 21, which sounds terrible, but he top damage on his team. And like he was definitely doing a lot of work overall. So he doesn't have the kills to show for it, and he doesn't actually have that many assists either, which is kind of interesting. But I still think he had a good game. You know, he did top damage for his team, and doing as much damage as a normal demo who isn't using the Quickie Bomb Launcher. Like, is this? I can't remember the last time I saw a demo man use Quickie Bomb Launcher all game long ever since it got nerfed. So
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it was definitely very effective on mids. Cadus did still outdamage him, and Se7en also outdamaged all of Unexpected as a team by a little bit, but not that much. I think the key stat here of these logs are actually Babs dying 5 times and Raymond dying 11 times. Like, that's a really key difference.
Well, Babs rarely died on mid, while Raymond died on a lot of mid, so maybe that's where the difference... Like, Granary is such a heavy mid map. When your med dies on it on mid, you get such a good disadvantage, and maybe that's just what made it different. I think Raymond died in every last rounds that Unexpected won.
Yeah, and of course Babs out-fragging all the medics.
Yeah, that was predictable.
Yeah, and of course the important airshot stats. The 7 soldiers are dominant. We expected them to be a superior force in this game. Actually, not much of a domination, really, that we expected. Like Lucas and Polygon, they really held their own, I feel like, and that's obviously also had a pretty big impact on the game. Drac actually suffering quite a bit, but I don't know, it seems like everyone had a bad game just looking at the log, but like bottom damage was the last, we went 19 for 7, so that's like conflicting information, you know? And then like Kradu, once again, going 21 for 9, that's a really good performance, the best scout again.
Yeah, the logs just show that Adiski just took one for the team on this one. And it's really cool to see that I think we all see Unexpected as a actual team, you know, built around Adiski's main calling and all. It's not individual players and all. And I think these logs are the perfect illustration for this.
Yeah, like both Storks and Kradu doing really well. That's in part Adiski's, you know, not fault, but you know. That's all him. But let's not talk about it. Let's talk to them. So I'm gonna pull in Adiski and Babs, and there we go. Unless I messed up like I did last time and like accidentally left people out of the channel, we should be now joined by Adiski and Babs. So so welcome you guys, and congratulations on ruining Se7en's perfect season.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, perfectly named Unexpected. I don't think anyone really saw this one coming, but I'm sure glad that we were here to witness it. So why were you guys able to actually take a map today?
I think it was due to Se7en not practicing this week that much. When we were scheduling the official, Sunday was literally the only day that so I'm guessing they didn't scrim much this week. That we just played very coordinated today.
Yeah, I think we also like improved a lot, and our combo work is a lot better now, so I think that's probably also something. And we got our shits together after we said, okay, we're gonna take that map of Se7en, and then we just, I don't know, started rolling.
Yeah, you started up both maps going up 1-0, and then slowly Se7en just kind of came back. Like, were you just feeling the dread wash over you as like the same thing was happening on the second map, or do you just not even think about it?
Well, I think on Snake we kind of lost our focus as they started to get the second round 2-1. then we kind of started to lose focus, and that one mid where we had crits, we kind of had this fail where we didn't clear stickies, and it kind of went downhill, I'd say. But on Granary, we kind of decided, okay, we can do this. So yeah.
I think the biggest switch was we started playing aggressive mids instead of playing passive and safe. Like, we were down 2 rounds, it was 4-2, and we're like, fuck it, let's just play aggressive mids, go for Raymond and shit. And it worked.
Yeah, you definitely had like 2 screaming eagles just coming at the enemy team. It was very noticeable. Just both soldiers just bombing in like crazy. It was pretty beautiful. Like some very chaotic mids, and that's kind of a thing with Granary. Like those mids, if you win those, you can really carry on the momentum. But there also seemed to be like a bunch of mistakes from Se7en that you guys capitalized on. Like, at what point did you like think, okay, we actually got this?
I don't know.
I think as we got like the 4-4 and we got mid, and Raymond died, and we had basically full Uberat, and then we kind of knew, okay, all we have to do right now is we have 1 minute, so we have to cap Se7en, and then we have to cap. So I think that's where we realized, okay, I think we got this, and then we got it, and everyone in Mumble was just like, what?
It was it was weird because it was like a stalemate, 1 minute 30 left, and we sucked pretty much 3 players for Raymond, and I was really expecting Se7en to just take mid, and they just stayed on their second and just did nothing. And that was like, I think, their biggest mistake tonight, where they just didn't push us on mid, and we just stayed there on mid, waited for our respawners. Took Se7en for free.
Se7en not pushing? I think you're making a mistake.
So I was wondering, Ski, on like after the on mid game, I'm gonna be honest, I said that you didn't have a good Snakewater game, and we will with Peter we said if Unexpected wants to react, Adiski has to play better. And I think the logs don't show it, but I think you took one for the team, like you're going 9 for 21, but I think you were kind of, with Credu, I think you were the 2 best player for you right now on Granary. And what is this quickie bomb game?
Oh, the quickie bomb game. I don't know, we played
30 minutes of quickie bombs.
We played a scrim against some team, I think it was like a high team, and the enemy dome was doing so much work with the quickies, and then I tried using it, and it was actually great. Like, I don't know why.
In Prem.
I don't know. I don't know, but I tried it to like use quickies in Granary against Prem teams, and it actually works. Like, you can clear the sticky traps, make some cheeky plays with your scouts on a flank. It's amazing. And when you have quickie bombs, and especially on Granary, you're lacking the sticky traps, right? So I didn't get many kills, and I died a lot. I don't know. It was just a fast game, so that's why I died a lot. But I didn't get many kills because of the quiz and the lack of sticky traps. I guess that's my excuse. I'm sorry, don't hate me.
Yeah, it's good enough. We'll take it. Before the game, we figured like if you guys wanted to make an upset, you have to have some aces up your sleeves. And we talked about you playing with the quickie bomb because I know you play it with crits and all. I wasn't expecting to see a full-time quickie. And I think at the beginning of the game, it surprised Cadis a bit, and then it took some kind of edge. Yeah, you cratered on mid, so like, that was like, what the fuck? And then he figures out your plan, and then I think it's Lucas and Polygon, really strong mids, like taking the rest of what you've done. So I think it was really great team cohesion overall.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's actually really important that you won this tonight, because now you're 1 point behind Lego. That means that wait, who are you actually playing next week? But Antic, yeah. So if you get more points against Antic than Lego get against Arctic Foxes, then you steal their spot into playoffs, and that seems pretty likely. Like, how do you guys match up against Antic?
I think we can do pretty well. I'm expecting Arctic Foxes to win both maps against Lego. I don't know, just my honest opinion. And if we can get a map, at least, of Antic, that would be great. Get the playoffs.
But to be honest, we don't really, we don't have to go to be in playoffs. I mean, it would be amazing, but we never expected to come this far, actually. Because, I mean, half of our team, or more than half of our team, are high players who never touched Prem before, and actually seeing how we kind of improved and how strong we grew together. It's just like what we never thought of, or what I never thought of as we started this team. So, I mean, it would be amazing if we would make it. So yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
I have a real talk.tf right now. Is Samsky getting cut for Lucas?
No.
Okay.
He's not here. Like, the 2 last games we have right now in the normal season, he's not here. So, Lucas is our sub. That's why he's playing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, let's just talk about Creator a little bit. Creator like really played well. I think he went like, I don't know, 21 and 19 for like 8 and 9 or something on both maps. So like he had an absolute stellar game, and I always thought that Sorg was going to be the star scout, but it seemed to me like it was actually Creator. So is he just improving really well, or did you just have a good game, or what's going on?
I think he just slept well tonight, honestly.
No, I think he improved a lot. At first, we kind of had the problem where he would just run Impasta without heals, and he kind of improved and now plays more with me and comes for heals more. And we always said, Creator, come for heals, you're gonna be like such a great scout if you actually do. And now he kind of did it. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of him too.
Yeah, Creator is amazing.
Yeah.
Best Prem debut?
Possibly the best pocket scout I've played with. I don't know, in a team.
That's saying, because he played with Fans.
Yeah, it's like on par, I would say. I don't know, Fans is amazing as well. He threw our official against you guys. So he's getting minus points for that.
Yeah. Alright, and of course the most important stat is that Babs once again managed to outfrag the enemy medic on both maps. What's the secret, Babs?
Oh, the crutch 2k on last. That was amazing.
Great.
I don't know, I kind of, when my team pushes into last and we popped already, then I just try to do some damage to make it easier for them, and then it sometimes happens that I kill stuff. So it's basically kill steal if you want to take it like this.
I think some people call it teamwork, but well, whatever you want to call it.
Some people call it 3 points for my fantasy team.
Yes. Yes, that's of course the real important part. Like, so all the people that have 7 players on their fantasy team are probably going to be pretty sad tonight. That's me. Among other people. So, yeah, let's, do you have any more pressing question on Ombrack, or should we just kick it?
I just see the chat getting all mad about Katie's interview. From what I've gathered, all I can say from Se7en is half my team have no motivation to play the game. You take what you want from this. My being Se7en, not Rich.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it's
but
a bit of a true.
It would be too easy to say that, because like that would be like undermine a bit your performance, guys. And I think you played well, because when there's 12-1 for one team, it's not only motivation that makes the other team win. So yeah, props to you. Anyway.
yeah, all right. Let's get some shout outs. So Adiski, you can start.
Shout out to Lucas for showing up, and Se7en for our team. Shout out to my friends over at Frank Pan Mambo, and yeah, we actually have like a surprise for one. We are gonna change name and stuff. It's still work in progress, but you'll see soon.
The big reveal.
Yeah, write your best guess as to what their name will be in chat. Babs.
Yeah, shout out to my team and for improving that much. I'm really proud of you. And shout out to Lucas. I mean, he's kind of part of our team, but still, you know, he played the first official with us today. Shout out to Didi, great guy. Again, check out his stream. Yeah, shout out to you guys and to Se7en for playing.
Alright, that's going to be all for me and Ombrack and degu on the camera for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this incredible upset from coming up from Unexpected against Se7en. Look forward to next week, where it's going to be the final week of the regular season. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I just want to call attention to both the Fantasy League, where obviously it's going to end next week, but immediately after that ends, I will try to get up the new season of the Fantasy League so you can make teams. I'll try to have it up in good time, but just be aware that that's going to happen. There's also a demo call on the ETF2L website where I am doing, where you can send clips from officials and you can regain your glory and show these Prem shitters how to hit a proper air shot. And so, yeah, thank you, Ombrack, for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure as always. And that's all I have to say.
And thank you guys for casting the game and the production. Yay.
Gonunia.